It's always so strange in here. Hello everyone, welcome to a new studio vlog. I have started and stopped filming this. I don't know how many times. It's like getting out of control at this point. It's funny because I actually started this video with like a very frantic book haul. And it was just too much. It was too much. So like I've dumped that footage. It is long gone. I'm like resisting the urge to become a booktuber because I've been reading so much lately. I literally have replaced my phone time, my screen time, my TV time with books, and it's been just like the best thing ever. I'm really, really enjoying it. I recently just finished Fourth Wing, and I am now, I'm obsessed with that book. I cannot wait for the second one, and it has somehow turned me into like a fantasy book girly. Didn't know I was gonna be that person, but here we are. I'm now reading A Court of Thorn and Roses, ACOTAR as the book peeps call it, and I'm buddy reading that with a friend of mine, and I'm enjoying it. It's a slow, I haven't gotten as sucked in as I was with Fourth Wing, but I still am enjoying it. I'm reading a couple of other books on the side. I have my audiobook going, which is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I'm enjoying that. Thus far, I'm about halfway through and I'm kind of just like waiting for something major to happen. I don't know, but it's been a good audiobook to like bounce in and out of. Okay, but enough about books. I literally had this huge book haul of like new books I had gotten and then books I'd gotten sort of secondhand and then ones from my friend that like we trade, you know, my other bookish friend. I'm learning all these booktube words. My other bookish friend, we get books and then we trade them with each other. Which is a really just great way to not like let books go to waste and like pass them onward and whatnot. I need to stop talking about books and filming frantic book hauls because my main focus now is the art walk. I am participating in a huge citywide art walk event tomorrow, and I've been sort of preparing for it for the last couple of weeks. Getting those big tarot prints made, which you would have seen in the last studio vlog. That's sort of like one of the big merch items that I'm going to be selling at this art walk. Finishing up some original pieces of artwork, which you would have seen me sort of dabbling on a little bit here, and just getting myself sort of squared away. So a lot of this vlog is going to be me getting situated for this art walk event that is tomorrow. I cannot believe it's tomorrow. And then actually, of course, participating in the art walk itself. This is my first time doing an event like this. I have not done many like tabling in person sort of things. I did Zine Fest earlier this year, which I have a studio vlog that's entirely dedicated to that if you want to see that. This is my first time kind of doing like an outdoor art festival kind of thing. And I have attended this one for a couple of years now. And every time that I go to it, I was always like, man, this would be so cool to be a featured artist at this event. And this year I finally applied, they liked my work, and I am now a featured artist in the show, art walk event, whatever you want to call it. I have a really great spot, which we'll talk about a little bit later, and obviously you're gonna see it, but apparently the event itself and where I'm located, they anticipate about 2,000 people walking by and at the event. A little crazy. I don't really know. I mean, I sort of know what to expect as far as the event goes because I've attended for a couple of years. As a artist actually sitting there tabling, it will be very interesting and very new to me. So we'll see how it goes, but that's really gonna be the main highlight of this particular studio vlog. Right now, however, I need to go get my butt in gear because I need to go to my in-person drawing club meeting. I haven't been in like a month and a half or something like that because I've just been really busy with summer and family visiting and the kiddo, you know, me being in mom mode. So I haven't really had an opportunity to go to my in-person drawing group. I'm gonna go do that now though. I think they are also getting ready for art walk stuff. So lots of art walk vibes happening in my life right now. I am also hoping that today, this morning, after my art club meeting, I'm gonna go get a pumpkin spice latte because they just came out yesterday and I'm so excited. Ah! Yes, I am one of those basic girls who likes pumpkin spice lattes. It is what it is. They are delicious and I look forward to it every year and I don't care. So definitely gonna get a PSL today. Hopefully my Starbucks has it, and then come back and get to work on art walk stuff. I definitely need to make like a to-do list or something because I got a lot to do. The time has come. Pumpkin spice latte. I have not tasted it yet. I'm filming this on camera because content. Oh my God, it's so good. there is nothing better than that first taste of PSL season. I'm here for it. I also got a little pumpkin cream cheese muffin. Not that I needed it, but I got it anyways. I just wrapped up at my drawing club meeting. It was very chill today. The artist in residence actually led the group. We kind of did some like graphite kind of rubbings on things and then use that to like cut together something, collage something, or draw something into your sketchbook, which is what I did. While I was picking up my Starbucks, I'm actually right near where my art walk spot is. So they've already got a giant stage up. They already have the street blocked off. And I was able to snoop kind of where I'm gonna be set up. I don't know what size wall I'm going to have. They have 2 single panel walls and then 2 double walls. So I don't know how much like wall space I'm going to have. I don't know. I'm also just looking at like how much table space am I going to have? I don't know. So I kind of need to be prepared for either way. Maybe I'll email them and just be like, hey, I saw this setup. Do I have a single wall or a double wall? Just so that I know. And we'll see if they get back to me. I don't know. At least I was able to like snoop the space out and see kind of what to expect. It's in a lot of shade. It's very windy in that spot. So it's like, I know kind of what to plan for like my outfit, you know, cause I'm gonna be on my feet for a long time, and it's, setup is between noon and 3, and then from 3 to 9 is the event. So it's literally an almost all day extravaganza going on here. The gallery where my drawing club is also does a big art walk thing, and the gal that kind of runs it, she was like, be prepared for a lot. Like, it's a lot. She had said it's more like 3,000 people that end up coming through and walking around and doing the art walk. So she was like, just be prepared. There's a lot of different crowds to this. There's the people who are genuinely interested in the art, and then there's people who are just there for the alcohol, because there is multiple beer gardens and wine gardens, and it's a very drinking heavy thing. So I don't know what I'm in for, but I was warned to be prepared for chaos. So now I'm a little scared. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day now though, preparing. I'm gonna get my PSL, fuel myself up with a little bit of caffeine, half calf, and get back to art walk prep. There's a lot that I still need to do. I need to go home and make a to-do list. That will make me feel a lot better and in control. That's where we're at. But at least it's PSL day, baby. Yes. Well, technically it was yesterday, but for me it's today, so yes. Hello everyone, it is day of art walk. It is about 11 a.m. at this point. We are gearing up to go do our first little drop off of stuff. James is coming with me and Roman. I'm gonna be wrangling a 4-year-old while doing all this. Should be interesting. We're gonna do a first little drop off of getting a table down there. I have to bring my own table and chairs, so we're gonna go make a first trip with that and do a full install of all the original artwork so that I can get screws in my temporary wall, get everything situated, and leave my table and chairs there, come back here, get my merch, prints, everything else that I need, my table set up, and then I will be coming back down. Then I will return back to the art walk in a couple of hours just before it starts. It starts at 3 p.m. I'll probably be trying to get back over there between 2:15 and 2:30ish and get the rest of my table set up so that I'm ready for the event start at 3. Let me show you how I've got things packed up at this current moment. Okay, this is everything for our first trip down. I have all of my original artwork framed and wrapped up in the tablecloths that I'm gonna be using on my table. I did print out a little sign here with the prices of the originals. Sorry, you're gonna hear my kiddo in the background. And then I put together a box of just install stuff. So scissors, tape, screwdrivers, screws, all that stuff so that I'm prepared. And of course a level, and then some of my acrylic trays for stickers. Then over here, this is for round 2. So this has my physical merch. It has some baggies if people want to bag up stuff, my riser for my table, all of that stuff here. And then of course my personal like bag with snacks and water and stuff. So 2 big batches of stuff, And of course, with this run also includes the table and chairs. Okay, we have installed everything, so I'm gonna take it down because I'm coming back in a couple of hours, but the screws are at least in place. I'll take a look at how I'm gonna label them, but we've got my little wall set up. The table's over here, so I'll set that up when we return.
Great.
Thanks, babe. Woohoo!
Very exciting. I think it's super cool.
It's just wild to see my work in this way and not like in a book. So stay tuned, we'll be back. I don't think you're high enough. I think that will work just fine. Hello. It's been a few days since the art walk, so let me get you up to date. This morning I've been doing some tarot spreads here because I'm finally at a time where I don't have any major plans coming up. I feel like August was just a lot for me, with just family visiting, Roman's birthday, preparing for art walk, doing the art walk. It just was a lot going on. So I took some time this morning after taking Roman to the dentist to pull some cards and just do a little tarot spread for myself to kind of just gear up for the upcoming month and fall and kind of just like remind myself what is it that I'm going to be focusing on. And I'm happy to report, as my tarot cards confirm, this by the way is the Universal Monsters deck, which I actually am really enjoying. It's a challenging deck to read, I will say, which is what I mentioned in my review of these. You can watch that video here on my channel. They're challenging to read intuitively, but for this was my first time to actually doing a reading with them. It actually turned out pretty on point, so it was kind of interesting. Something that I really enjoy doing is coming up with little spreads. I really love designing my own tarot layouts, and I like coming up with like funny names for them and like visualizations for it and stuff like that. This is not a tarot vlog. What I was getting at is that it's nice to finally be at a period in my life where I don't have a lot of things planned, no visitors, no crazy social plans, no big trips, nothing. Fall is going to be a hunker down and make lots of art time, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Real quick, just a recap on Art Walk. It went really well. It was a very busy day. The day went by insanely fast. I didn't get a chance to really talk and vlog, and that wasn't because I didn't try to pick up my camera. I was picking up my camera and videotaping and filming. I was picking up my camera to film. It just that where my booth was, I was right next to a stage where live music was playing the entire time. I couldn't really like talk to camera like I normally do when I'm vlogging because you wouldn't have been able to hear anything. It was insanely loud. So yeah, I filmed what I did just to kind of show you where my little booth was, and that I ended up staying pretty late. The event ended at 9. I had to stay there till 8, which in my mind I thought, oh, I'll pack up at 8 and I'll be done, but I ended up staying till 9 because I had just a steady stream of people coming to my little table, which was great. I'll do a quick like pro and con list for you here for the event, just to kind of recap my experience. The pros was that it was something that I was able to do by myself. I worked my little booth by myself the entire time, and that was the first time I've really done that, and I didn't know if that was something that I was capable of doing, and it turns out I am. I did it. I didn't have an anxiety meltdown. I didn't freak out. I was chatting with people, which kind of leads me to my second pro on the pro column, is that it was really fun talking to people about my work and seeing people react to my work in real life, which was really interesting to hear people's commentary and what they thought about my stuff, which was very cool. My favorite quote of the day was from a teenager who came up to my booth and said,
"Your stickers are straight fire."
Which I will take as a positive thing. So thank you, teen, that you liked my work. Let's see, other pros. Another pro was that I finished some originals, and I don't know if I would have finished them otherwise because the art walk was sort of like a deadline. And look, we creative people need deadlines, and the art walk was my deadline. And I don't know if I would have actually finished some of those original pieces had I not. Any other pros? Other than it was just a really chill event. I was able to like drink wine and talk to people, and I was right next to a wine booth as well. Have a glass of wine and chat with people and sling stickers for however many hours, which leads me to the cons. The con of this is that although I had consistent sales, I would say I had probably around 50 individual sales over that period of time. I mean, like I was busy pretty much the whole time. A lot of it was small dollar stuff. It was $2 stickers, $5 stickers, mini journals sold really well. It was a lot of like just little stuff that people were sort of grabbing, which I think the big thing was at this particular event, the big thing of it is that you have a drink in your hand and you're just walking around. I don't know how much people are really attending this to actually like purchase things like, let's say, Zine Fest, where people come to Zine Fest because they want to buy zines, they want to buy merch from artists. It's a very different it's a totally different event, but I'm just trying to compare to something else that I've tabled at. These are the only two things that I've ever tabled at. Did I sell an original painting? Yes, I did. Was it to a friend? Yes, it was. So I don't know if it actually counts. I did have one couple that was very interested in buying an original, and they took my information and said that they might reach out to me later. I don't know, but you know, it just wasn't that kind of event where people are actually going to buy art. The main thing is that they're cruising around, listening to music, having a drink, and looking at stuff that is on display and out and about. That was probably a con, was that although for the day I probably made, you know, I made some money that I think most people would be excited about, it was hard for me to justify because of how much I'm able to do online versus the amount of work that I had to do as far as like setting up, bringing the table there, installing the artwork, being there all day, like the week leading up, the time that I put into it. The amount of time that I put into this event did not translate money-wise for me, and that is where I question whether or not it's worth it for me to do it the next year. I don't know. This is something that I'm not sure if I would repeat it, especially because August is such a busy month for me usually anyways. I don't know if it's something that I will do again, but it was a really good experience. I'm really proud of myself for being able to sort of man my table the whole time and socializing and talking to people for 6 hours, which is, you know, it's quite exhausting, but it all worked out. So now I have just piles of things back here that I need to unpack and organize away. So otherwise it was a pretty good experience. I'm glad I did it. No regrets. And yeah, that was it. I don't really have much else to say beyond that. So that's that. Real quick, I did get some fun mail that I thought I would share with you. I did check out my P.O. box. We got a little something from, I believe this is from Leanne S, all the way from Australia. Let's take a little snoop and see. These are things from my P.O. box. Well, this is my only P.O. box mail, which I'm trying to be better about showing it. Oh, it's a zine. Leanne sent me a little zine, which I don't know if I can flip through it, but I'll just kind of show you that. I believe she took my mini zine class, so she wanted to send this. Dear Roxanne, this is the third zine I've made based on your class. Hope all is well with the pugs, family, and art project. Sincerely, Leanne. Very cool. Thank you so much, Leanne, for sending me a copy of your zine. Ooh, I love it with the watercolor and stuff. Beautiful. Love that. I do love when you guys send me your zines after you've taken my mini zine class. It's a lot of fun. I have quite the collection that I'm acquiring. So thank you, Leanne, for sending me a copy of your zine. Okay, next up is something that I've actually purchased myself. This is from an artist. This is from an artist who I met through my April Art Challenge a few years ago, and we have become internet friends, and I'd like to say that since then we've become IRL friends. Hello! But she just opened up her own Etsy shop. She also has her own website as well. I will put links to her stuff down below. Kelsey Thomas, I am a huge fangirl of her work. She does really great just illustration, digital design stuff, but I wanted to support her new Etsy shop that she just opened up. So I thought that I would share with you, I thought I would share with you some of the goodies that I purchased. Oh my gosh, I love the colors. This is so cute. Okay, there's a discount code on this, so I don't know if I can show it, but look at how cute the letter is. Oh my God, it's so cute. Look at this little sticker. This is like, really shows her style. I just absolutely love it. Her use of color, her line work. I just love everything that she does. I just think is so cool. One of my favorite things that Kelsey does is that she will create her own versions of book covers. So she'll, it just got really dark in here all of a sudden. Something that Kelsey does that I really love is that she will redesign book covers. So she'll read books and then she will make her own version of the covers, and it's really cool. On her Instagram, she both reviews books and posts her work, but if you go to her website, she has a really cool sort of carousel of all of the book covers that she's designed, and it's just amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. She's also a big book person, and she is one of the big reasons why I got back into reading again, is that I really love the books that she recommends, and that's definitely what got me on the book train this year for sure. Okay, so we got this giant sticker, which I'm absolutely loving. Look at how cute the packaging is. Oh my God, that is amazing. Poor Spending Habits by the Scholastic Book Fair. This could not be more real. Do you guys remember that when the Scholastic Book Fair would come into your school and you would buy, I always was buying Fear Street books. I loved reading Fear Street when I was in, I'm thinking like middle school, when I would go to the book fair. Fear Street books, and then the art supplies. I always wanted like the fun erasers, bookmarks. I always wanted a bookmark with like the fun little tassels on them, all of that. Then we have this really amazing Reading Rainbow enamel pin. Look at how huge this pin is. That is amazing. I'm gonna put this on my library book bag. I just think that's really fun. I don't know where I'm gonna put this sticker. This is like, I might hoard this for a little bit before I actually put it on something. But just look at even just her packaging design. It's so good. It's so good. Kelsey, I love your work. Congratulations on your new Etsy shop. I was so thrilled to place an order. If you guys like any of these little goodies or just want to snoop her out, because again, I'm a huge fan, I'll put links down below if you guys want to check out her work there. One other little fun purchase that I wanted to share, because I pre-ordered this a really long time ago, and I think this is what I think it is. How's that for a description? I don't have a trash pile yet. Okay, yes. Okay, I pre-ordered this a long time ago and I just thought it was really funny and I needed to have it. I'm a big fan of their podcast, so I had to do it. The official Trixie and Katya coloring book. Oh my God, this is amazing. It feels really nice. Oh, it feels really nice. Oh, there's all sorts of fun stuff. Oh, they have a whole page of just bird noises. Okay, so it's not only from, okay, a lot of this stuff is not just like cool illustrations of them, but I think it's referencing a lot of moments from their other show that I absolutely love. Look at this, look at how fabulous this is. Not that I'm really a coloring book person, nor do I really ever do them. I just thought that this was such a clever idea for the two of them to have a coloring book. I just needed to have it. I needed to have it. So there it is. There's who the illustrations are by. Such a good time. I will leave an Amazon link down below if you want to get yourself one too, because I just think this is really fun. And it's definitely like, it's actually really a really well-made little coloring book. Hi Flop. Hi Flop. Actually, you know what? This would be kind of fun for like planner journaling or journaling, because some of the stuff in here is not just like them. There's like patterns of other things. It's pretty fun. Like this bird noises one. That would be so fun to just color and use as like a background in a junk journal. I'm here for it. So here for it. I love it. Okay, well, I think that about wraps things up. I don't know about you. This has been quite the little jam-packed studio vlog if you ask me. I will also say, if you are watching this, more than likely, the tarot card prints and stickers are available in my Etsy shop. I will pin a comment down below with a link to those. Get yourself some tarot prints because spooky season is upon us. As I drink my iced PSL, and oh my God, it is delicious. Thank you so much for watching. I wanna give a special shout out to my patrons who allow me to take time, take a week to prep for something like a big art walk and kind of experiment and experience new things as an artist and creative business lady. So shout out to my patrons and thank you so much for your constant support. Thank you. And of course, thank you to you for just watching. If you're just here on my channel, thank you if you leave a comment. Thank you for leaving a like, subscribing, staying subscribed, all the good stuff. I am gonna go, what am I doing? I need to go film a bunch of videos. So I'm gonna go film videos and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. So rather than continue to just go down an internet hole, I pulled out my journal and started to journal about it. So that's the basis of this spread, is about the missing submersible. Not only the missing submersible, but in my mind, it was sort of playing out of like the craft going down there and then